Successful older women have a difficult time finding a man who wants to take them out. And for good reason, because the majority of successful women will always prefer to marry a man who is either at their social and economic level or far above them. As a result, these women find it nearly impossible to marry a man. They perceive men as beneath them, which they refer to as settling. And there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. If women want to do this, they should not complain. When the result is you eating alone with your cats, they chose this way of life, so they have to deal with it. That's all I have to say about it. If they don't want to settle because they can't find a man who is above them, they should die alone. That is my position, and it makes no difference who wants to be upset because women have no problem making fun of broke men. So why should I care if they can't find a suitable man? That's their problem. They're too successful. You should not feel sorry for them. Guys, keep your veins cold because they don't mind if you can't get the woman. Women are frequently less successful at dating than men. Most of us have heard or seen anecdotal evidence of success. The higher she goes, the smaller her dating pool becomes. To begin with, women, more than men, have a more or less marked tendency towards hypergamy, which means they prefer men who are better than them. This creates an obvious problem because, paradoxically, the better she does in life, the fewer eligible men she will find who are at her level or above. So far, average women have an easier time meeting and appealing dating options than successful women. What women don't realize is that the more money they make, the fewer available men become. For those women, it appears to be a reversal, with more men becoming available, which is simply not the case for men. This is correct. The more money you make, the more women will be available to you because you have proven your worth. And wealthy men don't care how much a woman earns, so the womanist movement has duped women into thinking they are men under the same rules, which they clearly are not. Men and women are not the same, and it is clear that women will never understand that their success and wealth are not signals for men to choose them. We're looking for submissive, cooperative, feminine, sexy, and beautiful women, not alpha females or boss babes. That is simply the truth. There aren't many men at the top, and not all of them want a woman at the top. So it astounds me that successful women can comprehend this. The higher up the economic scale a person goes, the fewer people there are at the basic supply and demand level. However, as a man advances up the economic ladder, more women become available. So why would he commit to a woman? Men do not choose women sexually based on their financial status. Do you see what I mean? Female success is not as appealing to all women. It's not that men dislike successful women. Rather, men have lower success expectations than women. Some traits that men value, such as age, submissiveness, and a nurturing disposition, can be detrimental to success. Men value professional success only up to a point and almost never above their own. Sure, men claim to value intelligence and success, but they would never be turned off or intimidated by it. I wouldn't want to date a woman who makes more money than I do. Not because I'm afraid of her, but because I know she'll point out that she makes more money than me at some point, and she will not respect my authority because she is financially superior to me. So, knowing I'll be treated is less important. Why would I agree to that? Only a man who doesn't respect himself would agree to that. So, I'd rather date a lower-income woman because I'm more likely to get better treatment than the other way around. And in my own castle, I can feel like a provider and a man. Leaving the United States in search of women in poorer countries means going where you're wanted, not where you're tolerated. As men and women advance in their careers, their dating markets shift in the opposite direction. While women would prefer not to date less accomplished men, men are fine, and in some cases, prefer to date and marry women who are less accomplished than they are. As if that weren't enough, men have even lower standards when it comes to short-term partners. This is why men in this field will tell you that money comes first, then power. Finally, the women will approach you. You won't have to go out there chasing women and running games and all that nonsense. So if you want the best quality women available, chase the money. That is the best advice I can give you. Ladies, go die alone. That's all I got to say about it. If you're going to pass up a six-figure plumber because he doesn't work at the corner office or the big skyscraper, then go die alone. At the end of the day, you are the ones who will not get what you want. So, there you have it. I admire any man who does real work, such as plumbers, electricians, carpenters, masons, truck drivers, and contractors. The country would not be able to function without those men. So kudos to the men who come to work every day to build and maintain society. You are valued. Remember, guys, a woman's success is meaningless.